Good afternoon and happy Sunday. Felicitaciones España on their win at the World Cup today, La Copa Mundial. All the guys were up watching the game after we had a nice, after which we had a nice beef teriyaki dinner. So I got a little story to tell that I promise it gets to a point. A while back, we made a gas leak in a high-rise, and I was assigned to be the lobby command, which on any high-rise incident, we'll usually send someone in the lobby. And this nice elderly lady, and the place was like not an old folks' home, but it had a lot of elderly residents. This nice lady came up to me and said, "Sir, you're the chief, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." I don't think she saw it said chief on my shirt. And she said, "You know how I know that? Because I watch Chicago Fire, and all the men who wear white shirts are chiefs." And I said, "Well, in a lot of departments, that's how it works." Now, the point of this story was thinking about all the chief officers I see on these television shows that my wife specifically does not let me watch because I get too worked up. You don't see them doing, you see them doing a lot of cool stuff. They're in these, positions and pointing at things with coffee cups and clipboards. But you never see them doing exciting things like staffing projections or performance evaluations, or, like I had to do 2 days ago, investigating accidents when Squad 33 decided to run into the side of a metro rail, which is the second time we've had that happen in like 2 weeks. Speaking of squads, the fire service lost a giant who was never really a firefighter. Randolph Mantooth, an actor who played Johnny Gage on Emergency, which was a great show, passed away this last week. He played a paramedic, really old school paramedic back in the 70s in the LA County Fire Department. And that show inspired probably at least 2 generations of kids and adults to get onto the job. Although a few years ago when I was teaching some extrication at our academy, and I commented, I said, "This is the real Ronnie and Johnny and Roy stuff," got just blank stares. None of these kids knew who Johnny and Roy were. So, gone too soon, Johnny Gage. And there's something else I wanted. Oh yeah, we had not a great second alarm warehouse fire. Yes, I guess it was yesterday morning about 4 o'clock. District 20 Chief Lee got there, and he probably pulled that second right away. Never really saw much smoke until we got there, but I think that was a really, really smart thing because it was a really big warehouse, and it took us a while to figure out to get to where the fire was. So it was warm, and we were out there for a long time. So that was exciting. So went home and took a nap after I mowed the yard. If you are a member of IFF Local 341, that's us, Houston Professional Firefighter Association, and you have not received your ballot in the mail, because we have elections for officers and the board of directors. If you have not received it, call the hall tomorrow morning. If you have received it, drop that ballot in the mail. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but vote. Because if you don't vote, then you got no right to complain about anything. So, watching the World Cup, had to deal with the squad. So that was about all that's going on. But yeah, I wanted to bring up that whole point about you never see the TV fire chiefs doing any like legitimate administrative functions, all just kind of made up TV stuff. But wanted to give a shout out to all of those of us who as kids watched Emergency. I can still catch it on reruns. I'm not sure which channel. What's also funny about that show, at the time, I was young, I saw all the situations they got themselves into, and I thought they were just fantastic, as meaning there's no way something like that could actually happen. And nowadays, I look at the current crop of shows that are on and realize that the things that happened on Emergency back in the day in the 70s, I 100% could see most of that stuff happening. Some of the fire scenes were a little overly dramatic. That was just for Hollywood, although they did have some really cool old apparatus. But some of the stuff you see in situations today is just so... that's why my wife won't let me watch those shows. Watch the reruns, and I see some guy get himself folded up on a couch or something like that. It's like, Yeah, I've actually probably seen something like that. Our guy gets a ring stuck on his finger, and they got to go cut it off because things like that. It's all fun. But anyway, I think that's the rookie in the background. He was out training today. All right, I'm past my time limit. Just want to say, if you're in Local 341, go and vote. And thanks for stopping by. Watch the weather if you're in Houston. We're supposed to get a tropical storm on Friday. Fortunately, I won't have to be on the station that day. But if it does start to rain, we'll go live and see what happens. Thanks for stopping by. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Hydrate, try and stay out of the weather, and be safe. Thanks.